Morning, Fiona here, Fiona Bennett, and I just got up, so I wanted to share with you something just at the beginning of the day, just to get yourself going, and something that you can use anytime if you're starting to feel like you're either spinning out of control or spinning down a rabbit hole. To get yourself back centered. So either to start your day centered or to get yourself back to center. It's a really quick mindfulness tool that you can do anywhere. You can do anywhere because all you have to do is use using your 5 senses. And so it's very simple. So I'll just start. First of all, I took a few minutes this morning and did a couple things before I came down here. I made myself a cup of tea, and I did some yoga stretches to make sure that my body was feeling good, so that's always helpful as well. I started some candles this morning, and I did some smudging in my room. And that always helps me feel better. It fills the space with some positive energy. And you can do that as well if you choose to. You don't have to do any of those things, but it's always nice to create some rituals for yourself, routines for yourself, patterns, whatever word you want to use, to help, again, to keep you grounded and feel centered. So now we can just get comfortable. I am sitting cross-legged here in my mismatched socks and my jammy pants and my Blue Jays. If you're not from Toronto, we are missing our Blue Jays right now. They should be playing, but they'll be playing a game shortly, I'm sure. So let's start. So the first thing you do is just take a nice big breath in and out. And you see I just automatically close my eyes, so if you could do that too, just close your eyes. And again. And now just go to a quiet place. And for some of you, your minds just might be worrying, and that's really going to be difficult to do. So don't beat yourself up about that. Just allow yourself to concentrate on your breath for a second and just listen to these words, breathing in, breathing out, and hear that for yourself. Breathing in as you breathe in, and breathing out as you breathe out. And just start to hear that in your own head, in your own mind, in your own voice. As you breathe, and just drop into your breathing and connect with it. Just for a second or two, just for a few breaths, just to get a little more quiet in your mind. Just a little more. Breathing in. Breathing out. And now just as you're thinking, breathing in and breathing out, if you could make some room also for these thoughts. And if you can think to yourself, as you open your eyes now and look around your space, what are 5 things that I see? Just consider that as you look around your space, wherever you are. Now just breathe in and out. consider 4 things that you feel. They don't have to be things like fear or any of those emotions, just things that you feel, like the clothes on your skin, or the air in the room, the temperature in the room. Maybe the way your hair is lying on your body, the way your legs are folded, if your hands are touching. Whatever it is, those kinds of feelings, physical feelings, 4 of them. Now as you breathe in and out, just think about 3 things that you hear in your space. I just close my eyes to help. You can do that too. One of them is my own breath. And as you breathe in and out, think of 2 things that you smell in your space. Again, maybe close your eyes as you really focus on that. And now, think of one thing that you taste. What's one thing you taste? And just breathe in and out. And maybe close your eyes again for just a second if they're not closed already. And just go back to I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And just thank yourself for taking this time, for giving yourself this moment of self-care, for paying attention to you and your surroundings and what you needed in this moment. And just open your eyes. And I hope you were able to find some things for each of those senses. And sometimes it can be challenging. Just be creative and remember that no one's judging you. It's not a competition, and you don't have to compare to me or anybody else. It's just for you. It's just for you, and you can make those things anything. And one of the things that I heard was my own swallow, my own breath. I have a clock ticking. I can hear my dog moving upstairs, but you can hear anything too. I mean, it could be anything. It could be your voice in your head. And the taste that I tasted was just my own saliva in my mouth, the taste of the tea that I just swallowed earlier. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be whatever it is that you're experiencing in this moment, in these few moments that you've taken for yourself. And just now, maybe check in and see how you're feeling. How are you feeling, not physically with the clothes on your body, but how are you feeling inside right now? Are you feeling more grounded? Are you feeling less anxious? I usually do. I usually do. Almost always. When I take a few minutes just to be mindful and breathe and use one of these tools and techniques, I usually am able to bring myself down from a feeling of high anxiety to much lower. Maybe not completely gone, but much lower. And I usually can make myself choose to feel more grounded and more centered, and reduce any urges that I have to do something negative towards myself, whether that's go upstairs and eat too much, or go and yell at somebody, or just crawl back into bed. And not that there's anything wrong with going and having something to eat or crawling back into bed, or even being angry sometimes, though yelling at someone I don't recommend. But I don't want to stay in that place, and I don't need to feel that way if I don't want to. I mean, I don't need to feel that way. I don't feel that way right now, so why would I choose to feel that way if I don't have to? So I'm able to use these tips and techniques to elevate my mood and decrease my urges to feel bad, and to just do negative patterns of old habits that kept me in a really negative frame of mind. So I encourage you to try, and I hope that you have found it helpful. And if you have any questions, if you want to share with me how it works for you, please let me know. This particular tip is not my tip. I learned this tip at a mindfulness group, and I really, really found it useful. And I hope that you find it useful too. So please share with me how you do find it, if you choose to, at Bennett, BENNET.lifelearningstrategies@gmail.com, or come visit me on my website, lifelearningstrategies.com. Please let me know if you liked this by subscribing to this video and to my channel. And I would just really love to have helped, and really love to hear from you. So have a wonderful day, and go Blue Jays go.